How much does it cost to have a baby in America? Now, I always hear all the statistics about it costs these hundreds of thousands of dollars to raise a child until 18, but I never really hear how much it actually costs to give birth to a baby. So, I'm going to be looking at that today. Before I begin, please consider liking and subscribing, and let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm gonna mention the obvious. American healthcare system is broken. It's so bad, and I don't know what should be done to fix it, but it it's very, very bad. You are one emergency away from bankruptcy for many Americans living. So, in this article that I found, I had to go do my own research. I don't have any kids yet, but I was thinking in case I was to have kids in America, how much it's gonna cost. Nobody ever really tells you that. So in this case, the average they looked at was $13,000 if you pay full price without insurance, and that's delivery. Let me say normal delivery. I'm gonna be saying normal delivery or C-section. I'm gonna be saying that because I don't know who YouTube if they're gonna be censoring or doing whatever with the video if I mention the other word. So I'm just gonna say normal or C-section for the sake of the video not being messed up by YouTube. So a lot of factors go based on this. It depends on the state where you are. It's gonna cost different amount if you're in one state than another. Depends on the insurance that you have. Depends on complications or no complications. A lot of these things, whether you even have insurance, that matters. So let's start with if you don't have insurance, the average normal delivery is around 13,000. C-section is around 22,000. Let's round up 23,000. Now let's go step by step. Let's go state by state, looking at the states. I can imagine already the northeast is gonna probably be very expensive. Well, Maryland is the most expensive state for normal delivery and C-sections. Oklahoma is the cheapest for normal deliveries, while Vermont is the lowest priced for C-sections. So, average cost before insurance, if you look, they're broken it down quite clear here. Normal delivery and C-section on the right. You have Alabama coming in at 13,000 normal. C-section is around 18,000. Let's go at California because those are normally one of the most expensive states. It's around 15,000 normal delivery. C-section is 35,000. Florida is 15,000 normal, 18,000 C-section. That's not much difference really. Now, if I keep scrolling, there are 50 states. I'm not gonna rattle all the 50, but I can see Maryland here. Normal delivery is 38,000 roughly, and 39,000 with a C-section. I don't know if you are giving birth to God or like there's no kid worth that much. I know all kids are precious, but let's be real here. A $60,000 baby, that's something. So it just keeps getting worse and worse. If you're in the northeast, let's say you see New Jersey here, it's at 28,000 normal delivery and 50,000 C-section. This is assuming everything goes right. If things go left, and there's a complications, then it's gonna be quite bad. Now with insurance, a lot of things come into play: the deductibles, co-pays, and all those fun stuff. But let's look at the typical cost of the childbirth. We have the mother's charges, which are around 2,700, routine care, baby charges, the tests, radiology, vaccines, bring it to around 8,000. Those are normally like the most common expenses. Now, it depends on your health insurance plan also. So, and the level, if you are like a bronze level, you're gonna be paying the most. It's gonna be around 13,000 for you. If you're platinum level, it's another cost. It even depends. If you have Medicaid, then the expenses are gonna be quite different for you. I've seen some cases where people with Medicaid didn't have any bill, which I didn't think was even possible in America, because America is the land of opportunities for bills. That's what it means. Now, if we keep going and going, they go into detail, basically. It's like, how would you pay for childbirth when you don't have an insurance? This is a very interesting article by Value Penguin. It shows, how Medicaid has the best coverage for childbirth when you're uninsured. You can use Obamacare insurance or affordable health care plan. Well, if it's still there, I'm pretty sure Trump wants to get rid of it. So if it's still there, or whichever plan or concept of a plan they're going to replace it with, we will see. Sorry for MAGA folks. I don't like speaking politics. Yeah, that was just a joke. So if we are to go by these expenses, it's quite clear why many people are not having kids in America anymore. Millennials are not having kids. People are growing. They just keep on going and going without having kids. I even went into Reddit to see some comments, like how much did it cost. This person said that it cost them 10,000 due to complications and a bad insurance. So they are on payment plan. I know someone whose insurance was being charged 150,000 for giving birth, and this was back in, I don't know, 2015, which is a ridiculous amount. They were very lucky insurance covered majority of it. Otherwise, they would have been bankrupt. 150,000. I don't know. That's a house in another country. That's way too much. You see, like it's just hospital bill arrived at 34,000. Initially denied by insurance. Currently waiting for insurance review and reprocess the claim. So if the insurance refuses, this guy's stuck with $35,000 bill. That's ridiculous. So I was just looking and thinking, you know what? If it is this bad in America, it is even better to just cross over to Canada or cross over to Mexico and give birth. So I went on Google, Dr. Google, and Dr. Google recommended. I was shocked to find there is a service, it's actually a business that they help you with to go give birth in Mexico. Now, when I googled further, I saw the average amount it costs to give birth in Mexico is around 1,500, between 1,500 and I think 5,000. That's if it is normal or C-section, but it's around that much, around up to 5,000 in Mexico. So this service I'm not doing a plug on for the company. It's just it was shocking to me that the healthcare system in America is that broken that even somebody saw this as a business opportunity and be like, okay, you want to give birth, I'll help you go give birth in Mexico, and I'm gonna give you all these you're gonna get all these advantages, good health care. You're gonna be having your child will get Mexican citizenship because they will even help you with the paperwork once your child is born. So it's quite interesting. There are some things that you just look and you think like, wow, that was actually a business opportunity, but it's a reflection of how things are really bad. And they show you like the average is like 2,000 and 6,000, and this is quite an entrepreneur. So it was quite interesting to me, and also sad at the same point for people like us who do not have kids yet. If you look at the future and you're looking at, if you never know if there are going to be complications, and that will drive the cost higher, and you don't know if insurance is going to cover it or not because they might deny for whatever reasons. They always accept the payments, but when it gets time to paying, it's a fight. So it is quite sad, the situation we are in healthcare wise in America. So I don't blame whoever created this business opportunity. It's a sound business because it's gonna help you. It even had reviews. They even like say like you get your personal translator assistant because they speak Spanish in Mexico, so most Americans don't speak Spanish. You go there just to give birth, you're gonna need to understand what's happening. So they even give you like a translator. They thought of the whole thing. They give you documentation support. They pick you up, like they arrange for the visa. They pick you up from the airport. They take you to the hospital through consultations. 6 consultations with your translator there. That's full VIP, and they give you the documents, and they have different packages. Wow. for both parents, I mean, it was quite interesting. Even VIP, wow, that is quite something. And they even have like testimonials of how this couple went and gave birth in Mexico, and wow, this is something. But that says a lot about America. So pray for us, the rest of the world. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'll see you on the next one. Share on all the networks.
Oh my goodness, all the networks! Wow! All the networks!